Hey everybody, back with some stuff I got from Carter's Kids. I like the way he always puts his logo on the envelopes. And by the way, I always put up a Gary Carter card for him. He has the best Gary Carter collection I've ever seen. I know he says there are people with better Gary Carter collections, but personally I haven't seen a better one than his. And so he sent a bunch of stuff here. I have it all in separate stacks by sport. Let's start with some football. Got some Giant stuff. This Sport King stuff, which I never bought any packs of this, but has kind of a cool old school feel to it. It's done by Sage. I remember my friends and I used to buy a lot of Sage basketball in the late 90s because the odds of getting autographs out of the Sage basketball stuff were always pretty good. And these look pretty cool too. I don't think they can use the official logos though. Tiki Barber. And not a Giant, but everybody loves Walter Payton. If you know anything about football, you love Walter Payton. Great player on the field, great man off the field, and appeared in WWF in the 90s. I don't know how many of you remember that, but helped out Razor Ramon in a match once. Got some Eli stuff. Got this one from Topps. This is pretty cool. Has kind of a glossy feel to it. Not sure what this is. Some kind of insert. 3 out of 40. But very cool. And a Topps Chrome. I know a lot of people want Topps Chrome football back. Got some recent ones. Prestige 2018. This is the extra points. Pretty sure I don't have these. As y'all know, I don't really buy a lot of packs these days. This one's from 2017. Check that shine out. Elite Series. Sweet card there. I could just look at that all day. But yeah, I'm going to have to do an Eli count at some point because I'm pretty sure I have like well over 100 Elis at this point. Even got a little bit of hockey in here, some 90s Rangers. And I got to admit, the hockey binder really has not grown much. I was telling Jason Wento that I love picking up Rangers cards, but it just seems like the money doesn't really stretch that far. I'm usually picking up stuff from the other sports, so when it comes time to pick up some hockey, I never quite have enough money to get the type of stuff I want. A couple Glenn Healy's who also played with the Islanders. This has the same design as the 94 Leaf Baseball, which I've mentioned I always liked. Got some Knicks stuff. Love this Patrick Ewing there, the old Provisions. This one's cool too, about to throw down. Though it looks like he got 2 defenders there. I'm not sure he converted on that one. Here's a nice NBA at 50 foil. This was the first year that Topps Chrome came out, and I remember some people try to pass these off as Topps Chrome cards. That's why you always gotta educate yourself on the hobby. There's always some people trying to get one over on you. Some early 90s Knicks. Johnny Newman, who also spent some time with the Nets. Kenny Skywalker. Pretty much any 90s NBA fans kind of has some fond memories of this old Skybox set. There's Karl Malone on it too. And check that out. That's definitely some late 80s, early 90s style there. Some 93, 94 Stadium Club. This was the year I really started buying basketball packs. That was also the same year the Knicks went to the finals. Pat Riley got a lot of criticism for not playing Rolando Blackman enough. Charles Smith. Always liked that card. It just has kind of a goofy look on his face. And this is a Sam Bowie card, but has Patrick Ewing guarding him there. Steve is like me. He likes finding stuff like that. Or this one, James Robinson, but you got John Starks guarding him. Looks like he's about to blow past John Starks. These are really cool here with the 91-92 Upper Deck design. Never bought any of these packs because during this era I was kind of somewhat out of the hobby, especially with basketball and football. I had sold most of my NBA and NFL stuff. Was planning to do mostly baseball, but eventually started collecting everything again. Here's a few more of those. Got an Al Harrington. Local product, got drafted by the Pacers out of high school and came to the Knicks later in his career. Pretty decent scorer in his career, but not as great a career as you would expect from someone drafted out of high school. And here's another guy that got drafted out of high school by the Bulls. Then the Knicks acquired him. I think Isaiah Thomas either traded for him or gave him like a huge contract. But yeah, he got drafted out of high school and had a lot of expectations. And he could have really dominated. He was a big man during a time where there weren't really a lot of great big men in the NBA at that time. But he just never had like the fire for it. A lot of people say he was kind of lazy and he was too nice on the court, didn't have like that killer instinct. That look on his face just kind of says it all. That's the way his career went right there. And this is an appropriate card for Steve to send. Stay in school. For those of you that don't know, Steve is a teacher. Also got some of these big NBA Jam Session cards. And I say it every time I show these types of cards, but I got to get some big top loaders for these. I have a bunch of the basketball and football ones. So you got Oakley, you got Starks in the background. And here is John Starks. So these were kind of cool. The really old basketball cards used to be tall like this. And they brought it back in the 90s, but didn't really catch on. I think they only did it for like 2 years. And this is really cool here. Got an insert from these. I've usually only seen the base cards from these sets, but here's a Slam Dunk Heroes Ewing. 1 of 8. So pretty sure some of the other guys were like Jordan or Shaq, some of the other dunkers from that era. Moving on to some baseball stuff. Got some Yankee stuff. Nice Paul O'Neill league leaders. That was after he led the league in batting in 94. Hit .359. Now granted that was in the strike shortened 94 season, but still you don't really see many people hitting around .359 anymore. Some Tino Martinez stuff. Shout out to Yankee Highlander, who was starting a Tino Martinez PC, but I haven't seen him on YouTube the past few weeks. Hopefully he's going to continue with it. You got a couple rated rookies, 91 and 92. They gave him a rated rookie card 2 years in a row. 92 Stadium Club. I've always said this would make a nice TTM. I know I say that about a lot of the 90s stuff, but it's true. This one would also make a pretty decent TTM. 91 Topps. Some 93 Stadium Club. T Martinez, because they also had E Martinez. And a 93 Bowman. And I don't mind that all these picture them with Seattle. I just keep that stuff separate, though. I have a binder with all his stuff with Seattle and some of the other teams he played with, as well as like Paul O'Neill with the Reds and stuff like that. I just keep the Yankee uniform cards separate. The non-Yankee cards can't touch the Yankee cards, but I still collect them anyway. And I always say I love this 95 Leaf set. Here's one of them with St. Louis. I only have about 2 or 3 cards of them with St. Louis. Because again, around this time, wasn't really buying too many packs. Was kind of out of the hobby. Not fully out of the hobby, but wasn't really concerned with buying packs. Even less than I am now. Like now, at least, every now and then I'll buy a few. And this is a nice one here. The Rocket, Roger Clemens. 97 Studio as a Blue Jay. And kind of interesting that these were both back-to-back in the pile here. David Wells and Roger Clemens, they ended up getting traded for each other. And that's a Wells rookie card. But yeah, Wells had a great 98 season. Then that offseason got traded for Clemens. Not straight up. The Yankees also threw in Graham Lloyd, a relief pitcher, and Homer Bush, who was like a speedy second baseman. There's a 2000 Topps Pettit. And some Bernie stuff. You know I always love the Bernie cards. 92 Upper Deck. 93 Donruss. Cool shot there, sliding. I think that's Robbie Alomar there. And you hit the Bernie counter with this one, Steve. Did not have this one. I don't have the fancy counter like Big D for Life or Dustin and Blake, but again, did not have that one. So that is unique Bernie number 655. And as if all that wasn't enough, let's finish off with a nice healthy stack of Puerto Rican players here. Got a Robbie Alomar sticker. I think that's Mike Greenwell, not Puerto Rican. Got some Sandy Jr. Everybody's favorite 91 Flair. Always like this shot on the 91 Topps Rookie Cup. Couple different ones from 91 Donruss. And again, that great Stadium Club photography there, 92. Pretty cool shot on that one too, 92 Ultra. And this one's 93 Pinnacle. Got somebody peeking right there. I think that might be Roberto Kelly. Another great Puerto Rican catcher, Pudge Rodriguez. That's 96 Topps. Don't think I have that one. Definitely don't have this one. Upper Deck WBC. Or actually I might have this. I think this might be the sealed complete set I have from the first ever WBC. So if this is part of that set, then obviously I have it. But cool to have a loose one that I can now put into the binder. And some Benito Santiago. My Benito Santiago collection has like tripled since being on YouTube. Yet again, the cool 92 Stadium Club photography. These would look really cool in a binder page. 9 of these all together. Padres leaders with Tony Gwynn. Got 2 of those, so if I don't already have this, I'll put one of those with the Gwynn stuff. I still have a bit of a Tony Gwynn PC. Here's another cool one, the Glossy All-Stars. Always love that design. And some more old Peachy stickers. Couple duplicates there. And some Edgar stuff. Nice 92 Topps. 91 Flair playing third base. As I've said, he was a decent defensive third baseman, but obviously more known for being a DH. Really like this one here. This is the 97 Donruss, but it's the team set version. I like how they put the foil with that old school Seattle teal there. Check out all those stats. And he wasn't even close to finish at this point. Still played like another 6 years or so. And some Juan Gan. Shout out to Ghost of Zepho. Hasn't made a video in a while, but his Juan Gan collection is probably double the size of mine. 90 Upper Deck rookie. And I remember these, the Power Deck CDs. So this was before like YouTube and Google and all that stuff, so you couldn't like instantly look up highlights of your favorite players and stuff like that. So you would pop this in your computer and they would play a few highlight videos, show you some stats and whatnot. It was kind of an interesting idea, but I don't think too many people bought that stuff. And this is a nice one to end on here, the 2001 EX. If you know anything about my channel, you know I love all this old EX and Flair Showcase, all that type of stuff. Not sure how well you can see it there, but has kind of a sparkle to it. And this is just a base. This is a common 2001 EX card, and I would put this up against most of today's insert cards. Just a great looking card. So man, Steve, you really got me good there. Great hookup. You know, when Steve sends you some stuff, you got to get some binder pages ready. So thanks, Steve. Really appreciate it. And I'll be sending you that Carter item that I emailed you about, along with a few other things. And I'll catch you all again next time.